What if the bravest thing you could do right now is stop? Not pause, not rest, actually stop. We've been told since childhood that quitters never win, that the only way to fail is to give up. But nobody tells you about the people who never gave up and wasted years proving a point to no one. Let's talk about why never give up might be the most dangerous advice you've ever received. I used to wear persistence like a badge of honor. If something was hard, that meant it was worth it. If I wanted to quit, I told myself that desire was weakness talking. So I stayed in relationships that were already dead. I kept building projects that hated me back. I held on to versions of myself that stopped fitting years ago. And every time I thought about walking away, a voice said, "But you've come so far." That voice wasn't wisdom. It was fear in a convincing costume. Psychologists call this the sunk cost fallacy. The more you've invested, time, money, identity, the harder it becomes to walk away, even when every signal screams that you should. Your brain doesn't like losing. It doesn't like empty space. So it convinces you that persistence is noble, that suffering is proof of character. But here's the truth about breakthroughs. They don't come to everyone who suffers. Some people just suffer. And never give up doesn't leave room for that. It says if you haven't succeeded, you simply haven't bled enough. That's not motivation. That's masochism. The real cost isn't just time. It's the life you don't live while you're busy not giving up on the wrong thing. Every year climbing the wrong mountain is a year you don't spend finding the right one. Every identity you refuse to outgrow is a future self that never gets to exist. We call it persistence. Sometimes it's just fear of starting over. I'm not saying quit the moment it gets hard. There's a difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up is running from discomfort. Letting go is choosing clarity over comfort. Giving up says this is too hard. Letting go says, this is not for me. The strongest people I know aren't the ones who never quit. They're the ones who said, I was wrong about this, and that's okay. So stop asking, should I give up? Start asking, what is this costing me? Not in time, in peace, in the person you're becoming while you wait for this to work. If the cost keeps rising and the return doesn't change, that's not persistence. That's a slow leak. And you don't fix a leak by pouring more water in. There's an old saying, know when to hold on and know when to fold. Not because folding is failure, but because folding is a skill. It takes intelligence to see a closed path, courage to admit it, and wisdom to know your value isn't tied to how long you can suffer for something that stopped making sense. The world doesn't need more people who never give up. It needs people who know themselves well enough to know when to stay and when to walk away. So if you're holding on right now because you're afraid of what letting go means, maybe it's time. Not to fail, but to finally choose yourself. Stay curious. Curious human. Now you know.